All right. So I think we're live, Erica. Hello, Queen. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Hi, everybody. I'm great. Thank you all for joining us. I'm excited to get started. Welcome to season 2 of The Authentic Black Mama. My name is Logan Peak, and I was a part of the first season, which aired last year, sometime last summer. And the things that I really enjoyed most about this series was hearing all of these beautiful Black queens' stories, learning so much about them as well as myself, and just having an opportunity to share everything with you all. I'm just so blessed to have known Shell. She's always been a great woman, and for her to think about me and choosing me, as well as I'm pretty sure the ladies feel the same way. Choosing us to be a part of this opportunity is such a blessing. And so with that being said, the women from season 1 were asked to choose the women from season 1 were asked by the T.R.U.E project to nominate someone who inspires them. So I picked my best friend / my neighbor / my lifetime friend / my track team athlete sister, Erica Peak. We have the same last name. So here she is. Erica, can you tell us some things about yourself?
Well, my name is Erica Peak. I graduated from Coastal Carolina in 2013. I have a 4-year-old daughter. Ooh, yes, and planning a wedding. So that's my story right now. Being a mom and transitioning into being a wife. So yes.
I mean, many blessings. Yes, I was there for that special day. So congrats, sister. So basically, I'm just gonna ask you some questions. I mean, I'm pretty sure we have talked about it over our 25 plus years of knowing each other. We probably thought about these things growing up, played house with it around the neighborhood. I know when we get together, the fun stories to just reminisce about the past. So now, just looking forward with your daughter, Miss Skylar T.R.U.E, and to see how you're going to progress through life. I'm very excited to hear some of your answers to some of these questions that I have, and I hope everyone that's watching will just enjoy the experience and just enjoy you because you're a great person.
Thank you.
Okay, so Erica, my first question. You are, of course, an authentic Black mama. So I want you to let me know what your Black mama joy is.
My Black mama joy is just seeing my daughter grow up. And even when I feel like I'm not doing the right thing, she turns around and says, "Mommy, I love you." Or, "Mommy, you're my best friend." So that always give me joy. Logan, don't start.
I know. I cry. That's my girl. That's my girl.
So yes, that's my Black mama joy.
And I know, I mean, Miley, she just turned 13 Sunday. So I'm just reminiscing every time I hear about these stories about you, a baby girl. It brings a tear to my eye because I'm like, oh, y'all are finally, my friends were finally becoming parents. And I love to see it because for a long time, I was the only one. So, I mean, it's wonderful, Erica. It's wonderful. Okay, so I want you to tell us a little bit about how it is with your mommy journey, because we know you got a little baby and they start to get sassy at some point. So just tell us what your day-to-day life is like what you enjoy doing with your daughter, things like that.
Sometimes I just feel like I'm running on autopilot. So being a mom is, you kind of just forget about yourself. And now that me and my fiance are now living together, it's really not about me no more. Not about me. So I try to find time for as getting a workout in extra early in the morning. My day starts at 2:45 in the morning just to have that me time. So I struggle just to have that me time where I work out. I have a prayer journal. And side note, I am working on a prayer journal soon to be published. So be looking out for that. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay.
So yes, I start with that off in the morning, and then it's getting her up in the morning, getting ready for work, coming home cooking, and it's like everlasting.
Every day. So I can only imagine how that feels, because honestly, if a good day with me, you're gonna get two meals throughout the 7-day week. I'm kind of trying to get better in that department. But what do you do? So I know if you know Erica Peak, I don't know if you guys know, but Miss Girl is a track athlete. She blown us. She trying to be modest, but she done blown away the world, honey, and coastal and set so many records. And I'm just trying to figure out, I know you've always been in great physical shape. What do you do mentally? I know the prayer journal is something big, but right now, being in a pandemic, I know mental health is a big thing. Have you had any outside help as far as counselors? Because I know I do that, just keep myself sane, because I'm trying to work on a few things. But I just want to know what you do besides your exercising to kind of take some of that away.
I'm not scared to share my story with people, especially about my own personal mental health. One of my things is, as far as I used to be a cutter, so I have scars on my arm where I used to cut myself. I have been gone through depression so many times.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I remember waking up in the morning, going to work out, and it just seemed like nothing was going right. Like I feel like I was just living just to be living. And I was just like, and it just popped up in my head, like, why am I living? Like, why I'm here? And that was like my first, like, kind of like suicide thought that I had in my head before. And this is when I realized, like, hey, like, you're here for a reason. You're here to help your daughter grow. So many people love you, Erica. Even though when those days that you do feel like you're alone, so many people loves you and is praying for you. So that's where I started, really kind of doing a prayer journal. And recently I just got in counseling. So I just had my first session, and it was really, really good. I learned about myself so much. So those who are really struggling with mental health, especially depression, it's good to talk to someone. Very good. If you can't afford a counselor, a pastor, or a really close friend who don't judge you. And I think that's one of the reasons that I haven't went overboard, because I keep a circle around me, like a close-knit circle, who personally knows me. They don't know the fake me. They don't know the work Erica. They don't know the track Erica, who's always focused. They know the legit real me, like the good, the bad, the ugly. And that's so important with dealing with mental health, is surrounding yourself with people who really knows you.
I totally agree with that. I mean, there's so many times during that whole story that I had flashbacks, because girl, me and you, we both know growing up, but let's just say we just beat the odds. And I mean, right now I'm gonna give you your roses, because like I said, whenever we get together, I know we can go months, sometimes longer, but every time I get up with you, it's always like, boom, we never lost a beat. We catching up on life. Like, I feel you're one of my best friends. Like I said, I've known you since 6 years old, moving into the little house on High Street. High Street gang. And me finding out we both had the same last name, and us just doing life together. So yes. I mean, I'm gonna give you your roses, because I've had some crazy times, you've had some crazy times, and then with all that, we always seem to come together. That's the one thing I always tell anybody. when I talk about you, they think, I mean, I say we're cousins, we're family at this point, okay?
Yes.
Nobody can tell me differently.
Like, yeah, Logan be my cousin, yes.
That's my cousin. Yeah, we just gonna roll with it. And that's the one thing I tell everybody. Like, you have been like that one friend that I can, no matter what, I can tell you everything. And I mean, I talk a lot, but for me to sit down and actually, what's going on in my personal life. I would call you, bug you, be like, I haven't heard from you. Like, I gotta tell you what's going on. And I mean, like, I just thank you, because I mean, even like I'm trying to find me a counselor again, but like you're still one of those counseling figures in my life, just because, like I said, we know each other pretty well, and I feel like you're one of the few people who gonna check me, along with my sister and some of my other friends. You're gonna check me, you're gonna let me know when I'm just being crazy. So I definitely appreciate that. But while we are on the subject, I want to ask you, like, what scares you most about being a Black mom right now? Like, what are your fears for parenting wise or just career wise? Let us know.
Oh, so many fears that goes on today. Just making sure she knows all the information that she needs to know. I don't want the outside to influence her, especially feed her ideals. I want that be molded inside the home. And I think that's the scariest thing, like not knowing if, like, is it when to teach her, if it's too early to teach her. I'm like not giving her the right information at the right time. I guess that's my fear. Because how the world's going nowadays, I just don't know like what to do. Far as sex trafficking, things like that. Like
you think about the big things.
Yes, because
you get anxious about the future.
Because I know in my household, like we didn't have that conversation. I love my parents. I know they wanted the best for me, but we didn't have those conversations. And with those who don't know me, like looking outside my life, growing up with two parents in the home, a lot of people think I had it, but I didn't have it. I had to struggle, I had to fight for so many things. And one of those things is being molested at 15. So right now I'm teaching my 4-year-old, like, hey, if anybody touch you here or there, like, what are you supposed to do? What you supposed to say? Like teaching her that at 4 years old. And when I like caught myself teaching her that, like I almost started crying, because I'm just like, she's not supposed to know this. She's supposed to be having fun in sandbox, making sandcastles.
Yeah, but I also think, like, especially with me working in the school system, like that's a really good point, because some kids, they think, I mean, you'll grow up thinking it's okay, but no, I think that's a good thing that you teach them. Of course, you're gonna always feel like your baby's not ready for the world, but we just gonna take it one day at a time, because like you said, I mean, you're in a 2-parent household. She's growing up in a 2-parent. Well, you grew up in one, which was, I mean, that was so fantastic to see a successful Black couple and raising the kids, and y'all all becoming successful women. But I think, I mean, so far from what I can tell, Miss Schuyler, she knows, look, she has it going on. She's surrounded by love and like discipline, but we can't do the discipline that we're used to, but she's surrounded by love. And I really think, I think that's gonna triumph everything. Like, I definitely understand, because right now I'm up here trying to get everything in order, because Miley, she's 13 now, and I'm just ready to ready to box somebody up in, like you said, with the outside world. TikTok, Instagram, I had to take away the Snapchat was just too much. I had to take that away. But the internet, how it influences like things. So I mean, I definitely have to have talks that I do not want to have with her, because I know growing up in my household as well, we didn't talk about half of that stuff, which, we was finding it all out together.
But back then, Logan, we didn't have social media to influence us.
We had a little Black Planet, situation.
Black Planet, but it wasn't like popping like it is now. Like it's you can reach so many people in so many different ways now.
Yep. And that's what I have to stress to her. Like, I'm like when you talk to somebody, don't give out XYZ. Don't tell nobody where I live. Don't tell me your age. Like, boy, just think of how, because I'm fortunate enough to have two younger brothers. I say younger, but they're, you know, Jaden and Mason. You got, look, your nephew, they all going to school together, same situation, but going into 9th and 10th grade, Miley's going to the 8th. And I'm like, just look at how your brothers talk to women or girls their age. They're not out here asking for no craziness. So if somebody just doing something like that, see something, say something. That's what we're gonna live by. But yeah, I mean, it's just a lot because I think about that all the time. My girl is growing up. Like, look, Sunday, I just had a whole moment. I was just like, wow. Look, just had to sit in my room. And I'm like, I just remember when she was just so little. I reminisce on her pictures all the time. And yeah. I mean, I know you remember those days in Columbia when I used to like, can you come watch Molly while I go to work? And now she's just like, Mommy, I can watch myself. I'm like, girl, yes. Please.
And Logan, I just want to say, like, you my inspiration. Like, all my good close friends, really, to be honest, I look up to all of y'all. You was a teen mom, went to school, raised Molly. Even though you had help, but it still didn't stop you for reaching your goal, your main goal. And I always admired that about you, girl, because you been doing this, like, you got it going on. I'm like, dang, like, I want to be like her.
Girl, you great too. You are great, honey. Because I could, like you say, I saw a whole bunch of situations where I'm like, man, I need to be a little bit more like Erica. You know? I mean, you know, comparison is a thief of joy, but just know we both out here doing it. We making it happen because, like you said, we have not been parents before. So this is all new to us. I tell my friends that's having babies now when they like, Logan, you got some advice? Girl, it was so long ago. I don't know what to tell you, but you know, I'll be here if you got some questions. Yeah, because everything is new to me now. It's a whole new situation. But while we are on the subject of, I guess, growth topics, like what's one of the things, what are some things that you're trying to, I guess, achieve while also being a Black mama, I know, entrepreneur, a student possibly? What are you trying to do?
Both. I do. It's just, okay, so I'm working on this journal, this one step, and I do also want to eventually go back to school. And I keep on wrestling myself with that situation. I'm just like, well, I'll be taking this away from my daughter since she's
Mommy guilt.
Yes, if I'm gonna take away from my daughter, like, will I have time to take care of her and also be a wife and also take care of home? Like, how would that look with me being a student as well? And I just gotta get over that fear and just try it. Because now with mental health being highlight in sports, because I want to be a sports psychologist. Now is the right time to do it,
right?
Since it's being like really talked about, especially in sports, like really talked about, and that kind of scares me a little bit. Like, why are we taking away from my daughter? But I need to do this for her.
Yes, it's a long-term type of thing. That's definitely true. But just know. And what you're trying to go back to school, I'm gonna say you're going back to school for it. That's definitely needed because, like you said, we knew everything we had to deal with growing up, and still, look, you excelled past beyond what most people would do. You went above and beyond. But yeah, I definitely agree. And that mommy guilt, it's always gonna be real. I mean, like I said, your daughter, she's a little smaller than Miley, but I mean, it wasn't too long ago I was starting a master's program. Shoot, just coming back in from Tennessee to South Carolina. I mean, that's one of the reasons that I chose to come back to South Carolina and do my master's, because I was closer to family. So for those that don't know, I just was a 2020 COVID graduate, and it was hard, but it can be done. You can do it, because I think you're one of those people that's very persistent. Once you put your mind to it, you ain't about to stop doing it.
And get out this is my problem right there. Just getting my own way, my thoughts. Like, I be thinking like, okay, if I do this, and this gotta happen. And you can't do that. You can't do that.
Okay, tell your God your plans and watch him laugh at them. It don't work out.
So it's really just me getting my own way.
Yeah. Just have confidence, and you miss most of the things that you do not try. So I would just say go for it. You got the support system behind you, because your man gonna make sure you get everything done. And Skylar, it's just you don't understand how big of an impact it is for your daughter to see her mom growing. Like, if you think back to when Miss Deborah, when we were growing up, and I like to joke about like they're loving that house, but honey, Miss Deborah was so sweet. But then I remember that one day in the car with Keith, Deborah. It was just a little stop sign. I was driving too fast. But I'm just like, it's just like you said, molding your child, what she's seeing. So her seeing you go after your dreams, that's only gonna magnify it. And I got a stubborn little teen right now, but she kind of like, she'll on her days, she's like, Mommy, I'm proud of you. And I'm like, oh. But I don't know if it's because she wants to do something or because she really saying it. It's just, she just always, I'm telling you, she always been right by my side through both my graduations, got her everything, basically everything in life. And now she's just like, what are you going to do now? Like, you didn't have a kid. You need to have a kid. You didn't have a kid, which that's another topic for another day, But
hop on the train, sis.
Girl, I'm away. But I do have another question for you. Let me see which one I think I want to give you. This is a good one, because I know your mama probably had a lot of great ones, or your sisters, but some I want to hear. This is our little fun question. What is your favorite Black mama saying, or your mom's favorite Black mama saying that you remember growing up?
Honey, I said this is Skylar's all the time. When we in the store, she'd be like, "Do that tag say touch me?"
Oh, not Skylar saying it back. Okay. Honey, look, yeah.
All right, you got some money for some McDonald's?
We got the McDonald's at the house. I try to tell homegirl back in her room that all the time. She's on a 5-star budget. And I'm like, no, ma'am. But yeah, I think mine would be, like I said last year, I'm not one of your little friends. I got to add a little flair to it with the hands. What's that meme that we saw on social media where it's like, Black people are like, with the silent, non-verbal language. And we're like, that's me doing all that with her. And she tries to throw in all those little new kid sayings. And I'm like, girl, that's the same thing what we used to say, but a different way.
I haven't got to that level yet, but it's coming.
Girl, the sass is coming. I love they'll sprinkle it in a little bit just to see what they're gonna get away with. But yeah, I be having to a lot. Yeah, Miley be a little too excited when she get on the phone with her friends. I'm like, oh, Miss Peak. But something they love to say, you're so nice. I'm like, yeah, till you done got on my bad side, then I'm gonna have to tell your mamas on you, because I ain't gonna say too much, but I'll tell your mama. Let's see. Okay, so with that being said, what would you say motherhood has taught you about womanhood?
Oh, patience. I was never really patient. Well, yeah, I want everything to be right now. Growing up, if I wanted it, I was gonna get it right now.
Yep.
So having a daughter, like, I have to be patient with her. And even as a woman, like, when things is not gonna always go your way, it's always God time. You can put your little time step on it, but life like that don't happen. And just having her just magnify that whole patient thing. And sometimes I be wanting, Skylar, like, take a nap. Go take a nap somewhere. But like, just patience.
Yeah.
And I tell you, my family, when they found out I was pregnant with her, my family was like, what? Erica, you want a baby? I'm like, I think so. Like,
Yeah.
You don't do too well with kids.
I know, girl. I couldn't tell. Like I told, look, you used to be right there when I called you, Clark, or everybody. Yeah.
Yes, but patience, really, this one major thing is patience.
And I really feel, I think everybody can probably work on their patience. Granted, like you said, like life will make you be patient, but one of the best example I can think of for that right now currently is being in a pandemic, because everybody, is like, oh, well, the whole debate with the mask, which I don't like to get into that, but then just us expecting this, oh no, come 2021, this thing gonna be over with.
Be like wide open.
Oh no, baby. We got new things going on. So yeah, patience has always been a big thing. I try to work on my patience, my tonal delivery, because I'm sweet, but then when I feel like somebody's playing with me, my Gemini side gonna pop out real hard. But patience is big. And I just totally agree with that. And I would probably say, I think patience might be my thing too. I've been going a mile a minute. And I think just sometimes, I don't know if you feel the same way, but I would like say yes to so many things. And then by the time I get home, I'm just so burnt out. Like, I know I was telling you about it all week while we were planning this. I'm like, Erica, we got to do this day because I don't got nothing else for you. And you're just like, okay. Because you're a little early in the morning with it. Oh, you're just like, okay, Logan. It works.
Whatever you like.
Yeah, it's a lot. And so I think patience is big, but I'm also trying to get my time management together, like just planning things in my head for the future. Because people laugh at me, but I have a physical planner. And if you're not in that planner, and I just tell you yes off of it, I'm not gonna remember. But I definitely agree that patience is a big thing for me. Definitely, I practice kindness, just because you never know what somebody's going through and all that good stuff. But I totally agree with you. I want to say, what advice would you offer someone? So if they came up to you and they're like, Erica, you do this so well. Like, like you tell me, like, I want to like try to get somewhere close to what you're doing. What would you tell them to be doing?
Definitely don't forget about yourself, because being a mom itself is a task. And when you add another person in the midst, far as another partner, whatever the case may be, you definitely have a tendency of losing yourself trying to take care of everybody. So make sure you have time for yourself. I don't care if it's an hour, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 5 minutes. Just make time for yourself. What else? And you never know what you're doing.
Never
know what you're doing. Because half the time, if I don't know what I'm doing, like I try it out and I'm like, oh, this works, so I'll continue to do this. So it's life itself, mother itself is a trial and error. So just trust the process. You will figure out what works for yourself and for your family. So
right. Yes. Amen to that. And I also wanted to ask, so I know I consider you a great communicator, but just, thinking about your daughter, Jaden, well, your nephew, for those who don't, your teenage nephew, for those who don't know, and then just like your younger family members, like, how do you, like, I know I don't see you mad too often, but when you get upset, like, how do you know to kind of, let me calm down, watch my tone? Like, if Skylar does something crazy and you want to talk to her about it, like, how are we addressing that? Like, how are we trying to make that success?
Logan P, I'm working on that. I can't get no advice on this.
I understand.
But really, like you said, the reason why people don't see me mad, a lot of times is because I keep a close circle. And Logan, you know this about me, all my close friends. So we are in public. I'm not the one talking. I'm in the back chilling because I want to check everybody's vibes out
Yep.
first. Like I'm checking, like, sis vibe ain't right with me. So let's go over here. And this, I mean, I guess over the years, that's why I was able to protect my peace within social life.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes you gotta be quiet and just listen what's going on around you, look what's going on around you. And the most drama I have had is from trap. To be honest, people being jealous. That's the only thing. But other than that, like I really, truly, I can't remember really having like a whole bunch of drama in high school because
we didn't do that.
I really like I kept the same friends. It wasn't no like, oh girl, like you want to be my friend? No, because I don't like your vibes. So I'm gonna be friendly. I'm gonna say hey, talk to you, chit chat with you. But other than that, like we good because I don't
She don't with nobody.
But when to answer your question, when I do get mad, like I do have to. I'm learning because I can have a temper sometimes when I get to that point because I'm a type of person with close family members. Like I'm not gonna say anything to hurt your feelings.
Right.
I'll make sure I don't say anything to make you feel some type of way. And sometimes that's not good because you bottle all that emotion in, and when it buzz,
oh, best believe it's gonna buzz.
the ratchet that nobody will see,
hey,
comes out. But like I really am working on that. That's why one of the reasons me and my fiance got into counseling, because communication is key.
Something that you always supposed to work on, and it's key.
Yeah. And one thing is, somebody said to me, how you communicate with whoever, whatever you believe in. So I believe in God. So however I communicate that with him, like with my Lord and Savior, is how I'm gonna communicate with my significant other, my friends, my close circle. So when that was brought to my attention, I'm just like, dang, like that is right. Like that is right. Like, if I can't tell my Lord and Savior how I really feel in my quiet time, how do I supposed to communicate that with my family and friends, like when something is bothering me?
Right. That's true. I mean, that's true. I kind of do that same thing that you saying. So a lot of talking to God, and I know. I mean, I like to talk a lot. Like I talk to you about everything but my feelings. So I definitely I'm really learning that from Miley, because she is very good. Like I know I pick on her sometimes, and it's really, I say pick it. It's a little bit more tormented. No, I'm kidding. But no, I just give her a hard time because I'm just not used to like a crier. I'm not a crier. Like when I get upset, I'm just gonna go away before something crazy happens. So it's just like me learning from her. Like she expresses her feelings so well, and I'm just like, okay. Like we're still gonna talk about it, but how do you feel? Like I try to figure out how she's feeling too. It's like she's a teenager. I want her to be able to always communicate with me. And I really think we do a good job because, I mean, as far as I know, she tells me what's going on and she makes me feel included. And, sometimes I let her get a pass and say, oh, we're friends. But, at the end of the day, I'm your mama still. I'm still your mom. But, yeah, I mean, and I think just with myself having siblings, I mean, I try to give them the same respect, too, because I know growing up, Courtney, she's going to tell you how she feel regardless or not. So just trying to grow out of that, because I'm kind of a shy person, but not as shy as you. Like I'm shy in the fact that I'm not gonna get my personal things out. But I think that's one of the good things that I look forward to when I speak to my friends, now that I'm not actively in my counseling, but it's just that I'm able to trust my friends and get some good advice. And granted, I might talk to about 5 different friends about the same issue because I just need to get it out. But
It's okay.
You know, it's good. Yeah. What are friends for? You build together, you grow together. I mean, I got my little village. I mean, I'm adding a few people to it, but like I said, I mean, it's basically the same people that I've known over the years. Like I'm one of those people. If I don't enjoy your time, I would not try to go out of my way to like spend time with you because I value my peace. Like tell Miley, girl, I'm working. This is my day off. Like, do not bother me. So I think communication is huge. Like I'm trying to get better with that, but communicate my feelings, but I think I'm doing better. It's looking better, I think. And then just praying about it to God about situations, being a very spiritual person. You've actually been one of the people that I used to like, that I started my journey back over with at New Springs. So yeah, that was just so good. Cause I remember me, Miley, I'd be like, girl, I'm sleeping. And you like, girl, you better get Miley up. We going to church. So I just remember all those great memories. And like I said, while you are here, I just want to show the world, show everybody on this platform, like what an amazing woman you are. You strive to do like whatever you want to accomplish. And it's just so great for me, myself personally, to know you and to share my last name with you. So people think we're family. And I just love it. So, and I don't want to hear nobody else saying nothing. This is my cousin. Okay. This is my cousin. We're family. I'm gonna be in your life. I'm in the wedding. I'm tell T.R.U.E, he can't get rid of me. Your whole family, you know, we're all one big family. But like I said, I wanted to give you your roses tonight because you are doing it. You are doing it well. You every day, you continue to amaze me. But as we're gonna kind of like wrap up things. But Erica, I want you to kind of fill out this phrase for me. Being a blank woman has made me a blank mother.
Being a resilient mother, you said mother, right?
Yeah.
Has made me a go ahead.
It's being a blank woman.
Resilient woman has made me a strong black. Hear that? Black woman.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, yeah.
And I agree because you are strong. So just wrapping up, I want you to kind of think back through everything and kind of, if you could wrap it up in a sentence or two, what would you say your Black mama joy is?
My Black mama joy is just learning about me as I take this journey on being a mother, and just knowing myself as a mother and knowing myself outside of being a mother, and watching Skylar grow and also watching myself grow at the same time. So we are still growing together, knowing you can get to know each other. So that's my Black mom joy, is just really just watching me and her just grow up together.
And it's like I said, it's always good to see your growth as well. I'm excited to see what Skylar's gonna be doing in her future. So but I know she is in wonderful hands. What'd she say?
I said, "Oh, she run track." So,
girl, trying to get Molly to do that.
I said, "Well, I made it through college, so maybe she can make it to the Olympics. Maybe she'll."
It's in her genes. It is in her genes.
I want to be a cat mom so bad.
Girl, go ahead and put in it. You know, set it up for her. She already does the workout. So I mean, you just put some pictures in her room, put it all on the ceiling everywhere. She'll get the point. She'll get the memo. Take to a few meets. She'll be there. But no, seriously, Erica, thank you for talking to us tonight. Thank you, Shell, and everybody that's a part of the T.R.U.E family. I just wanted to let you all know that as viewers, you can always go back and watch the series on YouTube. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the T.R.U.E Project YouTube. And thank you guys for sticking with us tonight. And I can't wait to hear what the rest of these Black mamas are gonna have, the stories we're gonna learn. And hopefully one day after this pandemic, we can all just get together, meet face to face, and just, talk about our experiences, how we've grown over this. Because I feel like I was telling Shell, this is a huge blessing. Like this is giving me Teen Mom series vibes. So I'm glad that we are selecting our Black queens, uplifting everybody, giving us our flowers. But thank you again, Erica. Come back and join us. I hope season 3, but going forward, everybody just enjoy getting to know all of these wonderful women. And thank y'all.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.